So good evening. I'm rather interested in something right now. I found a nice police scanner app for my phone yesterday, or the day before, whenever it was. And one of the cities that's in there is the city where I work, or at least the Tri-City area. And it was interesting. I'm sitting there listening, and earlier, a couple hours ago, they had a report on there about this giant super church that's out here getting noise complaints. I just had to kind of laugh to myself. And then, listen to other stuff, just random, we have an alarm or traffic stop or whatever. But then, as I leave work, I hear a bunch of sirens off in the distance. I'm like, okay, let's turn on my app real quick. And then I listen, and they're talking about a red sports car on the road that I just turned on to. I'm like, shit. No, I just left work, and I'm thinking, oh crap, I'm going to get pulled over by the cops because I think I'm some red sports car that was in a hit and run or something. But then I hear, looks like we got him. Yep, he's running for it. So I'm like, oh, shit. But it's funny. It was kind of funny. But it is really funny. But anyways, I thought that was an interesting little bit of information for the evening. I'm gonna sit here and listen to it, see what happens. And I found they've got a whole bunch. They got an aviation one, too. So I'm going to check that out, too. Ooh, what do we got now? So I figured tonight I would do a little bit of cooking. Again, I should have checked everything before I started actually cooking. The chicken, there's chicken in the fridge. It's been sitting in there for quite some time, and I'm pretty sure that it's close to not being good anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake the crap out of it and hope for the best. I got the oven heated up. Didn't have any foil, so sprayed the pan with just the cooking spray stuff and lined it with some seaweed. Whatever works. Now let's see if I can get this chicken out without causing problems. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, so we're going to scratch that idea. I opened up the packaging and it just doesn't smell good at all. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double bag this. And get the trash bag ready because this mess is going outside. I was noticing the sell-by date was February 2nd. February 2nd, that's pretty bad. So, yeah, that is to go out in the garbage. That's messed up. That's pretty, like I said, it's pretty messed up though, but I guess plan B, now let me wash my hands first. Definitely need to keep an eye on those kind of things there. The age of meat. Not to be mistaken for the age of man. Or the age of person, however you want to look at it. Oh well. So, a couple weeks ago, my aunt gave me one of these neat little toaster things. It's kind of cool. It's, you know, it's smiling at you too. But, you know, you've got your spot for your buns, and then the franks go in there. Now I went to the grocery store on the way home, got some franks and got some eggs and some beer and just some essentials. You know, things I can't do without. And let's see. Now I have to admit, I think I'm the only person who doesn't feel that it's necessary to unplug the toaster after every use. I know so many people that do it. They'll unplug their toaster oven. Hell, I'm surprised sometimes I don't see people unplugging their microwaves. But, oh, whatever. I just find it interesting that people do that. But yeah, so it's in there. It sits there for, I don't know, a few minutes. I put it on that whatever that setting says. So, yeah. Going in, doing me some hot dogs instead. Since I can't have any chicken, I'll make it hot dogs. You know what? I just remembered something. There's some bacon. Oven back on, please. Yeah. Here in a couple weeks, I'm going to get one of those swivels. Those Satari swivels. And it's going to be a lot nicer because I want to do some things where I'm like cooking or otherwise working on something that requires third-party panning. And well, as I live alone, and as I've since found a larger percentage of the United States is doing, then you know, I need something to automate it for me. So that's gonna be cool. Since I don't have an iPhone, I won't be able to make full use out of it. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be potentially this distance from it. I'll just have to figure out how I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I've got this turkey bacon. It's been sitting in the fridge for a while. It's another thing close to going bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and save it, and by cooking it. Here, I'll let you see what I'm doing. Oh, you can hear my hot dogs over there sizzling. Oh, and Connie, thank you for that thing, because it is very useful. I don't know how many times I've used it already, but it's turned out to be a rather useful device. I know you didn't use it very often, but I sure am using it, at least on my days off, when I'm home. Although the first day I used it, I pushed stuff back in there after it had come up and reset the thing, or turned up the dial a little bit, and I saw a little bit of flame come up out of it. So that was a little bothersome. What do we got? 400 for 8 to 10 minutes. Okay. Oh. Now, I found the proper way to make bacon is not to preheat the oven. But since the oven was already heated, what can I do? What it is the proper way is to take the bacon, put it on your plate or the pan, and then preheat the oven. Stick it in there, let it preheat. By the time it gets to the required temperature, it will be done. So you don't have to worry about whatever. You don't have to worry about actually waiting for it to preheat and then making it. You can actually put it in and then you're good. Anyways, since that cooking endeavor failed, I'm going to go let those hot dogs cook, and then I'm going to come back in here and play Super Smash Bros. Some more. So I've got several hours until I need to go to sleep.
Hot dog.